Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing some more L4 missions, and today we're going to be actually doing a particular mission that I've never shown you guys before on the channel. This is actually a burner mission, and it's a particular kind of burner, and not just any burner, because I've been doing burners in Anomic, but this time we're going to be doing using a different ship to run this burner mission, because this is a burner base, so it's a lot bigger than a normal burner mission. So normal burner missions, they usually have like just, a couple of frigates or maybe just one frigate even. This has one of the so-called bases where there's like supposed to be a bit more heavier. So there's going to be a cruiser there, an Ashimmu, and also a few frigates as well. This is going to be a little bit more quote-unquote difficult mission than the typical burner mission, but there's a little bit of a change when it comes to what ships you can use. So you can actually use bigger ships here, you can use cruisers. So that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using a cruiser. So we're not going to be using the Paladin, unfortunately. It would be nice to use the Paladin in a burner mission, but we're going to be using my Vagabond that I've bought. Now this is a fit that was not made by me. It was made by a guy called Hateless Gaming. He's very acquainted with the L4 missions. He's a complete pro at them, and this fit seems to work really well for them according to him, and it has for me at least before when I've done this mission. So I have done this mission before, I've just not shown you guys it before. So it's basically a shield-based ship, and the Vagabond is a ship that has very good inherent, shield boosting capabilities because of this boost it gets here to this shield booster amount. So that's very nice. We have a hefty shield boost amount, and also are pretty good when it comes to our capacitor as well. So the mission is right here. See here, it's 4 jumps away, so pretty chill. I'm going to accept it and get to work. So it's going to be pretty simple, but it also is going to be pretty a dangerous mission because there's a lot of neuting and a lot of DPS. So initially, we're going to, in the most dangerous part is going to be in the beginning, because then nothing will be killed and there'll be high DPS time out of neuting. Everyone there as far as I understand, every NPC that's going to be in this mission is going to neut us. So it's going to be quite the most dangerous point in the beginning. But as soon as we start killing enemy ships, there's going to be less neuting and there's going to be less DPS, and we're basically going to be in the clear as long as we've killed one NPC. So I just want to check here that we've got actually enough ammo, because that's quite important. And we're going to use Republic Fleet. Let's see now which one. I think we'll use Republic Fleet. There we go. Phase Plasma M. We'll use this. And actually something I noticed is that this is a bit of a new mistake for me, but I noticed that I have got an ancillary current router here and a kinetic shield reinforcer right here. These two rigs are not what I'm supposed to have. The reason I have these is just because before I had a different fit, because I had high grade crystals before, and that boosted my shield boosting capabilities, so I could switch around the fit a bit to be a bit more safer. But because of just being able to have better neuting anti-neut capabilities, because I had high grade crystals, so I could reduce the shield boosting, increase the capacitor. But now it's not really, this is not really what I want to have. I need to change the rigs around a bit. They're not where I want them to be. So this took a lot longer than I thought. It took so long. It's been gone like 20 minutes almost now to see all these different systems I've been to. It's because basically, so what's happened is that my Vagabond, it didn't have the correct rigs. Just because I had a different implant set before, so I adapted it, but I've not got the right implant set. I've got the Asclepian implant set that doesn't affect shield boosters on right now. So the thing is, I needed to put 2 capacitor control circuit 2s here, and I went to the Dixie and I bought 2 capacitor control circuit, 2 large capacitor control circuits. You look how expensive they are. I bought 2 of these guys by accident. I wasn't paying attention. So I wasted money on these guys, and now I had to then buy some medium ones, which took me even more time to just, find them. And, I had to then go and find them, and then grab them, and now I am back here. I've have to go basically 2 journeys to different trade hubs. It's really annoying. But we're going to now finally do the Burn Ashimmu mission. Okay, so now we're entering the system of Tahli, which is where the Burner Ashimmu is going to be. A really high neuting, extremely high neuting NPC. Very dangerous in that regard, but hopefully it'll go good. It'll probably go very good. The large cam battery we've got here really helps a lot. And then we've also got these flux cores and capacitor control circuits, which just gives us good capacitor. But something I was actually thinking about is perhaps, now I don't think this is going to be so good, but perhaps something one could do would be to replace a multispectrum shield hardener for another cap battery. And then we're going to inherently get a lot more neut resistance, and that will make so that we don't have to have as high capacitors. So you can see here we've got 58 gigajoules a second. maybe we would go by with maybe 40 or 30 gigajoules a second in there, since we'll have more newt resistance if we have 2 large cam batteries actually. So that could be a possibility right there, at least for a different type of fit. But it's this one seems to be working pretty well. So we're gonna go for this, and we just have to go and travel, and we're going to kill these Sentinels first, and then we're going to kill the Ashimmu last. These Sentinels actually they can be pretty nasty actually. You see they're little tiny little frigates, but you're gonna see now they're gonna actually do quite a lot of DPS to us. But that 15 million bounty though is looking really fat on that and juicy on that Ashimmu. It looks really good. Okay, let's keep a range at 25 on this guy just to improve transversal actually. Let's keep going. Yeah, there we go. He's going down slowly but surely. He's a little. I noticed that most ships seem to be that in these burner missions, they just all buffer tank like crazy. Like they're really buffer tanked a lot. But they're like that burner crew. He's buffed up so much when it comes to his buffer. But his regen is hardly anything. And it looks like it's the same case here, where this guy, he's got a massive buffer, but not really much regen at all to him. Oh, you see that? Look, we're taking a lot of shield damage, and the capacitor as well is going down a little bit as well. You have to just keep the capacitor like 30%. I think that's the most optimal regen rate. And this guy is eventually going to die as well. So when this guy is dead, then everything's going to stabilize, because these frigates do a lot. Taking out them reduces the amount of strain on our tank, and also neuting, because I think they all newt. Yeah, you see that? Sentinel newts as well, not just the Ashimmu. Ooh. See that? Going down in capacitor very soon. I hope we don't go below 30. If we go down below 30, then it's not going to be so good. Ooh. Come on, die, Sentinel. Please die. The fit I used before with high-grade crystals was so much more safe than this. This one is feeling pretty shaky. I literally just AFK'd that whole time I used the high-grade crystals, but it's alright. It seems like we're doing pretty well. And when this guy is dead, yep, there we go. It's just going to be a walk in the park. Keep a range. Let's get to work. Good. What's a capacitor at? Yeah, 30 is alright. This is the max regen around this like 30% mark. That's like the highest regen rate you got. So it's alright. Maybe we could even stop boosting for a little bit just to get a little bit of extra capacitor boosted a bit. There we go. Now start boosting again. Vagabond. I don't particularly like the appearance of the Vagabond, but it seems to be a pretty effective ship. Otherwise, I wish that Nikitursa would be quite interesting to actually be used if that was possible. And Nikitursa maybe actually could even do it. And plus, I've got Asclepian implants. Maybe I'll see if I can find a fit. I think that may be possible. Because the thing is, Nikitursa has a really good capacitor if you just add a little bit of a cam battery. And with Asclepian implants, I think it'll be pretty easy to achieve a tank that is in this level as well. Okay, there we go. That guy's dead now. Now it's time to kill this guy. What is his lowest resistance? His lowest resistance is the kinetic resistance. We are doing thermal and kinetic. So let's see now what type. I've got a few damage types in here. Let's see now. I've got fusion. This mainly does explosive. Okay, what about hail? It does mainly explosive as well. Okay, so we can't really have any kinetic damage type, unfortunately. Now it seems to be really chill. Look at this. You just don't really have to do anything. Just, I guess I'll just approach this guy just so that I'm as close as possible to be able to, just be closer to my optimum range. I've got tiny optimal range, a big fall off. So the closer I am, the more damage I'll do. So just as long as I come as close as possible, then it should be all right. Chugging slowly through this guy. He's even got an armor repair as well as a big buffer. It's a bit annoying. I think, yeah, you see that? He's got a little bit of an armor repair. Maybe even actually we'll have to pull range because he's maybe speed tanking us actually. Nah, we're getting hits and penetrating shots, so that means we're actually doing pretty good. Oh, we got glances off there. This Ashimmu right here, he is pretty tanky indeed, pretty tanky. The Ashimmu ships, if you think of it, it's got a unique model because this ship looks like it would be like an Amarian ship that is colored for Blood Raiders, but actually it's like there's no other ship that looks like it. It's the only one, so it's like a custom Blood Raider ship. Or maybe it could be like an old Amarian ship that they captured that doesn't exist anymore, that they've recolored to it. It'll be interesting though, I'm just saying, if we could have like an Amarian ship with the same model, but just without the, blood on it, like a classical Amarian ship. I feel like the kind of shape of the ship is sort of spooky looking. I don't know why, but it's just, I think it's like the sort of sharp edges here and here make it look a bit more scary than your typical Amarian ship. So I think that it's not really, it doesn't look completely Amarian. It does look very Amarian, but it has some aspects that look a bit more evil than the typical Amarian ship, I think. Like, I don't feel like I would usually see this much spikes, this kind of sharpness on the ship like usual. I feel like this is almost, it feels like I get a little bit of vampire vibes from this actually, and that's quite suiting since the blood raiders, they like to suck blood from people. Crazy guys, absolutely crazy. That's why we're putting these guys to death, so that they can no longer harvest blood from other innocent people of New Eden. Your blood raiding menace, or this little squad right here, is going to come to an end. I wonder if these guys can actually have any loot. Oh, I have to reload now. A little bit of reload time. But I wonder if they can actually have any loot here. Let's see. I don't think they can have any loot, but let's just see. Because they all dropped something. Start shooting again. Good, good, good. What is in this wreck over here? What do you hold? Burn a Sentinel wreck. So I imagine if it just gives like this 100 million faction drop, that would be so cool. Okay. So we've got some Archangel ammo, which is really strange because this is a Blood Raider, so why would it have an Angel ammo type? Very strange. But that was some faction stuff, but very low value faction stuff. Maybe it could be something else that they've got. Oh, do you see that star over there? That star, I think that's a Pochven star. Because it's like that because the Triglaves are manipulating it. Like that's what is in the Pochven region. It looks very weird, this star compared to normal stars. Okay, yeah, it's just angel ammo. It's like worth nothing. Okay, so this Ashimmu's armor has come to an end. There's just a structure left, and it's going to go very smoothly. The mission, actually, this burner mission, you know, the burner base we're doing. This is supposed to be a base of some sorts. This is like a base over here, I think. But this burner base, it doesn't give a particularly good loyalty point and ISK compared to normal like frigate burner missions. It's about the same. I think even worse. I think you can get 13k from some of the standard burner missions. But here, we, on the other hand, get a bounty that is really fat, 15 million ISK bounty. And that's very welcomed. Because, you know, the normal burners, they give like 5 million in the frigates, but here we get 3 times the amount, and that's quite fitting because it took quite a bit of time actually to kill this. It felt a bit slower than my typical you know, Nurgles doing the burner missions. Maybe an Ikitursa would be fun because you'd ramp up so good DPS, just wreck him straight away. Oh, okay, there's more fight. These things here, they just look like it's worth something. Nah, we don't need this crap here. This is really bad. Okay, with those 2 things there, that's something. So there we go. We did the burner Ashimmu. Eliminated. Their blood raiding killing spree is going to come to an end, so I'm glad we did some good in the universe of New Eden. And we also earned some dank ISK right there. Okay, there we go. Burner Ashimmu done in a Vagabond. I definitely think there would be a possibility to do this in an Ikitursa. I'll see if I can figure out a fit sometime, but I feel like it would be possible, especially with my Asclepian implant. It should not be at all particularly hard to actually do it in a Ikitursa. So there we go, a little bit of a quick burner mission done right there that I've never shown you guys before. Hope you guys enjoyed this video right here, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.